61,000 SNAP beneficiaries in your district, right? How do you tell them that it's worth them not having SNAP benefits in order to pressure Republicans on health care?
It's not about pressuring anyone. The president can put money in. The money is there. The president released that.
I have a rule here. I always ask Republicans about Republicans and Democrats about Democrats. You don't get to blame the other side. I'm just trying to figure out why Democrats think this is worth it.
We have to fight for Americans' health care. This is, since I came here in 2013, this is the 38th CR debate we're having. Since 1997, the last time Congress passed the 12 appropriations bills, there's been 138 CRs. This is the first time ever that the majority party, and remember, Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House, that the majority has refused to even sit down and talk with the other side.
Right, when this happened in 2013, Democrats, President Obama said, I am not going to negotiate while the government is closed. I'm not going to negotiate with a gun to my head. You can't do it this way. Why is it okay for Democrats?
Well, I'll tell you the difference. In 2013, my freshman term, I chaired the New Dems this time. I was a New Dem in 2013, and 20 New Dems and 20 what was then called the Tuesday Group, is now the Republican Governance Group, sat down every day starting October 1st for the 16 days of that shutdown. We looked for common ground. We tried to come up with ideas, and we laid the context that opened the door and got people working together. This time, the Republicans refused to sit down.
So if they were willing to sit down with you, then I'm confused.
No, I'm saying if we sat down, we could come up and find that common ground. The people losing on the shutdown are the American people.
Well, they
Republicans
are,
and Democrats aren't going to win a shutdown.
Respectfully, Democrats are losing as well. DDHQ average of poll shows Republicans' favorability rising during the shutdown.
So let me ask you a different question. Did you watch the baseball game last night?
No, sir.
18 innings. If you would ask me in the 9th inning, 10th inning, 11th inning, who was winning, I couldn't tell you, because the game's not over till the game's over. Democrats are fighting for Americans' health care to lower costs for Americans.
I mean, we call it a political game, and I think the fact remains Democrats are voting to keep the government shut down, correct?
Democrats are voting to protect Americans' health care, to lower costs for American families, to make it possible for American families not just to make ends meet, but to get ahead. The SNAP crisis is a crisis created by the White House by refusing to release the funds that are there.
So this is Vice President Vance on that issue. Take a listen.
We are trying as much as possible to ensure that critical food benefits get paid, that our military gets paid. But you know what would make this really easy? If the Democrats just opened up the government.
Okay. Now, there's another option. For example, in your home state of Illinois, the state government, if they had money, which Illinois does not have a lot of extra money sitting around, could provide the benefits themselves. Baltimore Banner in Maryland, Wes Moore, the governor there, won't use state funds to replace federal food aid during the shutdown. That's an option. In Virginia, the Republican governor, Glenn Youngkin, outlined state-funded program if shutdown continues to impact SNAP benefits. 8 Republican states said that they're going to cover SNAP benefits. That would then come back around to say that it is Democratic governors who are trying to increase the pain yet again.
No, I can't speak for Maryland, but in Illinois, we are trying to make sure that folks have access to food. There are 27 food banks in my district. We're reaching out to everyone, making sure they have the resources they need. Communities are coming together. But again, this wouldn't be necessary if the president would release the funds available for SNAP. And it wouldn't be necessary if Democrats sat down if Republicans sat down with Democrats and worked together. Let's negotiate. Let's find that common ground. That's what the New Dems are trying to do.
What I hear you saying is that it is in your mind, because this is a binary choice, that it is worth the pain Americans are feeling to go without SNAP benefits in order to force Republicans' hands.
It's not a binary choice. Republicans are saying take it our way or no way.
But that's the choice for Democrats right now. Democrats also have a choice to make. Republicans have made their choice. Democrats have a choice to make, too. At some point, somebody's going to cry uncle. Well, that's the way this always ends.
Or maybe we can sit down. Negotiations about no one gets everything we want, but if we negotiate, everyone gets more than we have today.
I get that, but I got to put a button on this, right? Okay, at some point for Democrats, every Democratic senator, every Democratic member of the House who can call up their senators, they have a decision to make every day because Republicans are calling votes. Either the pain that is happening is worth it or it's not worth it. And what I'm hearing is you think that it's worth keeping the government shut down to force Republicans'
That's not what I'm saying. Don't put words in my mouth. What you're hearing is, first of all, Republicans are saying it's a clean CR. It's not a clean CR. The Republicans dirtied the CR in March.
It's the same CR in March that Chuck Schumer voted for and everything else.
Okay, but it's not a clean CR.
Okay.
And that's fine. We can talk about that. But again, the first time in our history that the majority party won't even talk to the minority party, Negotiations is about finding common ground, about you give a little, I'll give a little, together we'll find a way to move the country forward. Nothing is binary here.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.